What if I told you the most iconic album of the 1970s is more than just legendary music? It's an experiment in sound, mystery, and a stroke of studio accident that forever changed rock. Inside this album, clocks go haywire, cash registers become instruments, and voices spill confessions no one expected. What really went down behind those studio doors? How did Floyd weave chaos, tape tricks, and sheer daring into a masterpiece that still haunts speakers nearly 50 years later? Stick around. This is The Dark Side of the Moon. 10 wild facts that'll blow your mind. 1. The mechanical orchestra that woke the album. The clocks chiming in time weren't clever studio tricks. They were the real deal. Alan Parsons, the album's engineer, spent hours dragging grandfathers, cuckoos, and alarm clocks into Abbey Road. Each tick and gong was recorded live, then painstakingly looped by hand around mic stands, syncing them perfectly. The result is a chaotic, cascading burst of mechanical noise that snaps you awake like a shockwave, perfectly capturing the relentless pressure and the fleeting nature of time itself. It's an alarm you can't ignore, setting a tone of urgency and anxiety that haunts you through the album's entire journey. The diverse collection of clocks, from delicate cuckoo birds to heavy grandfathers, adds a surreal collage that feels both frantic and strangely soothing, a mechanical pulse driving the unstoppable march of life and death. 2. Tangled tape vines spinning capitalism's sound. Tape loops weren't digital back then. They were tangled ribbons of magnetic tape stretched and wound through the studio like vines. To create the iconic Money intro and On the Run soundscapes, Alan Parsons and the band threaded tape reels through mic stands, chairs, even doorways to build a swirling collage of coins clinking, cash registers rattling, and papers tearing. This tactile, hands-on process made the sounds feel deeply physical and alive. Every metallic clang and rustle was carefully handcrafted, giving Money its kinetic pulse, an analog symphony of capitalist chaos that still feels fresh and raw decades later. It was a delicate balancing act. Stretch the tape too long or too tight, and the loop would snap. The band immersed themselves in this sonic labyrinth, turning everyday sounds into an unforgettable musical tapestry. 3. The pulse that made the album breathe. That throbbing heartbeat pulsing throughout the album? It's no synthesizer or drum machine. It's a genuine human pulse, recorded using an EKG simulator by Alan Parsons himself. This living rhythm gives the record a breath and life all its own. By weaving flesh and blood into vinyl grooves, Pink Floyd made Dark Side a living entity. That heartbeat connects every listener to a shared primal rhythm, a subtle reminder of mortality and life's fragile beat, a simple yet profound pulse that grounds the album's cosmic explorations. It's as if the record itself breathes alongside you, pulling you deeper into its layered themes of life, time, and death with every thump, making the music palpably human. 4. Voices from the shadows, confessions you'd never expect. Hidden whispers and confessions weave through the album like ghostly shadows. Roger Waters rounded up friends, crew, and roadies in late-night sessions, asking unsettling questions like, "What's the most violent thing you've done?" And "Are you afraid of dying?" Their candid, sometimes chilling answers were quietly slipped into the mix.
They have to explain why you were mad.
Working with bands.
These snippets add raw intimacy and haunting humanity, blurring the lines between personal confession and universal anxiety. Even Paul McCartney recorded a segment, but his smooth, rehearsed answers were cut. Floyd wanted raw truth, not polished publicity. These whispered voices give the album an eerie realism, as if we're tuning into the honest, fragile inner thoughts of strangers, exposing fears and regrets right beneath the music's flowing surface. 5. When a mistake became the heartbeat of a classic. The album's most iconic drum loop was truly an accident. Nick Mason's drum fill in Time was mistakenly cut and looped into a seamless repetition. Instead of fixing it, the band embraced the hypnotic pulse it created, a mechanical heartbeat that gave the track a steady, mesmerizing backbone. This looping pattern became an instantly recognizable groove, influencing generations of musicians across genres. It proved that sometimes the best moments in music happen when you let accidents take the lead, turning mistakes into masterpieces. That loop feels both relentless and entrancing, a rhythmic trapdoor pulling listeners into the album's dark undercurrents. Without it, Time may never have achieved its hypnotic power. 6. The Lost Track, Almost Left Behind Forever. The ethereal track Us and Them almost didn't make the album. Initially recorded for Michelangelo Antonioni's film Zabriskie Point, it was rejected for sounding too sad. Years later, the band resurrected the haunting melody, adding soulful saxophones and Waters' poignant lyrics. The song transformed into an emotional centerpiece that dives deep into conflict and human fragility. Its smooth, atmospheric layers and shifting moods capture both the chaos and the calm, making it one of the album's most enduring and affecting moments. The poignant reflections on war and division remain deeply relevant, and the interplay of sax and piano creates a mournful, cinematic soundscape few songs have matched since. 7. The Voice That Pierced the Silence, No Words Needed. The soaring, wordless vocal on The Great Gig in the Sky was pure magic born on the spot. Vocalist Claire Torrey arrived with no lyrics or plan, only the instruction to just sing whatever you feel. Her one-take improvised performance rips through the track with raw emotion and breathtaking power. Her voice serves as the album's emotional climax. Fragility and strength intertwine in her vocal wails, wordless yet deeply telling. Decades later, Torrey's spontaneous brilliance is still hailed as one of rock's most moving and unforgettable vocal performances. The ache in her wails perfectly echoes the album's themes of mortality and fear, striking a universal chord without a single word, elevating the music into pure emotional catharsis. 8. The Album That Never Lets You Go.
Got to keep the loonies on the path.
There's no silence on Dark Side, no gaps between songs. Each track flows directly into the next through seamless sound effects, tape tricks, and musical segues. If you let the record run on loop, the heartbeat echo at the end connects perfectly to the opening pulse. This clever design creates an infinite loop, making the album less a collection of songs and more a hypnotic, immersive journey. It was meant to be listened to whole, demanding full attention, and it rewards patient listeners with an endless, mesmerizing experience. It feels less like an album and more like a continuous dream, abstract, flowing, and hypnotic, making skipping tracks feel almost sacrilegious. 9. The Odd Beat That Made Money Unforgettable. Money flaunts an unusual 7/4 time signature, tossing conventional rock rhythms aside. This odd, syncopated blues groove confused studio musicians and baffled radio DJs who struggled to edit or remix the track for airplay. Yet that off-kilter rhythm is exactly what makes Money so infectious. The jarring beats create tension and swing simultaneously, a daring musical curveball that grabs your ears and refuses to let go. It's a lesson that breaking the rules can produce genius. The complexity only adds to the song's theme of capitalism's chaotic, unsettling nature, making the groove feel as unpredictable as money itself.
We would choose to do.
10. Hidden Whispers, Only True Fans Discover. The very first 1973 vinyl pressing hides secret layers of sound and background chatter not heard on remasters. True Floyd fans say you haven't really experienced Dark Side until you've spun an original analog copy, where subtle voices and studio atmosphere leak faintly beneath the music. These hidden details add lush texture and mystery, like eavesdropping on a secret conversation in a smoky control room. It's a reminder that even with all its polish, the album's soul lies in human imperfection and secret moments frozen in time. Hunting down these rare pressings is a grail quest for collectors, a way to hear the album as Floyd first intended, raw and alive. These 10 hidden stories peel back the layers of the dark side of the moon, revealing a masterpiece forged from obsession, happy accidents, and fearless creativity. It's not just an album, it's an immersive journey through sound, shadow, and the heartbeat of human experience.